That's an ankle swallower. Watch the feet. Well, good evening everyone, and welcome to the fantastic Berwyn Mountains in North Wales. Now I'm guessing you've probably clicked on this video because you've seen how amazing it looks, but you maybe have never heard of this place. And do you know what? You wouldn't be alone. Until fairly recently, I'd never heard of them either. But I'd clocked actually another guy's video. Shout out to Dave Outdoors. He's done some really good videos up here and he seems to come here a lot. And now that I'm here, I can see why. It is amazing. But yeah, before I go any further, I must apologise for two reasons. First of all, I'm starting this video a bit of a sweaty mess and the climbing's only just started. And second of all, I've jumped out of my skin at least 3 times already. Mostly because of those lovely little white fluffy things you can hear in the background. I think I'm safe now, but a bit further back, I don't know if you can see it there, I was literally walking through a sea of ferns and these sheep were so well hidden that I had no idea they were there until I was practically on top of them. And then they just either jumped out and ran away or, yeah, I don't know. It caught me by surprise. Yeah, and I jumped more than once. Hopefully that'll be it now. Anyway, I'm in an amazing valley. I'm going to show you this in a sec. But before I do that, I think I might just show you a little map. Rather than trying to explain where this place is, it's quite hard to do actually. So I think I'm going to show you a little map and then talk you through it. Let's do that first. Here we go. Here's that valley I was just talking about. Not bad, eh? Absolutely stunning. I'll tell you, I come all the way around and I'll show you where I've just come from as well. Look at it. Absolutely stunning place. And more than holds its own with anywhere else that I've been to in Snowdonia, the Pennines, you name it. This is absolutely gorgeous. And the best thing of all, there is absolutely nobody around. But you know, as I come back around again, I've got to say, I was actually in this spot about 3 weeks ago. I have indeed been here before. And I came with my girlfriend Lou after we'd spent the night camping up in Snowdonia. It's a place we wanted to come to for a while to check out. And I tell you what, actually, that sheepfold down there, the day we came, that was full of sheep, and I think they were shearing that day. It was great to see. And yeah, the weather was absolutely unreal. It was like being abroad. And I tell you what, if you don't believe me, I'm going to cut from this now. I mean, the weather's not bad today, but I'm going to show you what this place looks like in its finest. And just in case you don't believe me, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, how idyllic did that sky look and that day look? I tell you, mind you, I say that. As amazing as it looked, it was a day where myself and Lou actually aimed to go all the way up to these highest peaks behind us here. But you know, we never made it because that day it was absolutely scorching and there wasn't a breath of wind. It was just so uncomfortable. We didn't get much further than where I am now before we just gave in because we were just pouring the water down our necks and the sweat was just coming off of us. It was ridiculous. But yeah, tonight is a lot more comfortable. Apologies if you can hear a little bit of breezy noise. I haven't yet got the tech to deal with that. I think that's one thing I need to do going ahead. But yeah, hopefully there's no excuse tonight. It's about 6:15, and with it still being July, there's plenty of daylight left. So I'm hoping to scale those tall mountains you just saw. There's a little lake on the way actually I'm going to stop at as well and maybe fill up, get some water before ploughing on up towards the top. And yeah, the plan tonight, I am once again solo. So the plan tonight is to wild camp somewhere up there. I mean, there doesn't seem to be anyone else around. I think it's going to be pretty safe, but we'll just have to see what the wind's like up there. You know, it's the sky is meant to clear as we get sort of further into the evening, and there could be an amazing sunset looking west. But yeah, if it's too windy, I might have to come down a little bit, but then just walk back up to see it. Yeah, I've got to say, so looking forward to this again. I know it's only been about 3 weeks since I last wild camped, but it feels like an age. I'm sure those of you who love doing it as well know exactly what I mean. You can never really do enough of it. Anyway, gonna keep ploughing on. Next time you see me, I reckon I'll be fairly near that lake I told you about. Let's go. Oh, nearly at that lake. At least I hope so. Oh, my legs are aching. Woo. But what would Mick from Rocky say? Don't lay down like this. Keep battling on. Come on, gravity. Do your work. Well, here we go, guys. Finally made the lake. Welcome to, I believe this is called Llyn Lwncors. Apologies for my Welsh pronunciation if I'm once again butchering the lingo. But yeah, I think the one thing you can't help but notice is that it doesn't look very inviting. I have seen photos of this place in the summer, and I had a feeling that it might have been covered in this sort of algae. But yeah, seeing it in person, yeah, I don't think I'd fancy taking a dip. I think if you did that, you'd come out looking like, I don't know, an extra from Scooby-Doo or something like that. So yeah, I'm not going to be camping down here. The plan is to keep following this path, and it looks pretty intimidating, this route. I'll tell you, I'm having flashbacks of my climb up to Pimlimon. It's higher than it looks. But let's get up there. It's just gone 6. I'm hoping it'll take me no more than about an hour, and I'll show you the views at the top. But I might not do much of the filming. I might do a bit of filming going up, but I've heard it's a little bit precarious. Plus, I'm going to be gasping for breath, I reckon. So let's just get this done. Oh, I've had to stop for a minute. I tell you, I am finding this so tough. And yeah, warnings for anybody who wants to climb this summit from this lake. It's blooming tough, and you need some good fitness to do it. I mean, I've only been climbing about 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, and you can see how high I've come already. Oh, and when you look back there, I don't know if you can see it, sort of the faint outline of that sort of path. That's the route I came in, where I sort of introduced the video. So it does show you, it's quite a way. It doesn't look too bad on a map, but I'm learning on these trips that, I don't know, the reality is always tougher than what it looks like on a map. I really need to learn a lesson. But yeah, it doesn't look that much further. I mean, famous last words. That's always tougher game than it looks, but gonna keep going. And I think actually, yeah, I'm waffling on. So the next time you see me, I'll be on the summit and hopefully, fingers crossed, not getting blown away. Oh, I know I said you see me next to the summit, and I am nearly there. But I had to stop because, I tell you what, look at this. I mean, there's the path, and there's the drop off. And I tell you what, I don't know if the video does it justice. That is bloody steep. If you slipped, you would not stop. And that is a bloody long way down. So heads up, if you don't like heights, then this one may not be for you. Or just do what I do, actually, which is just don't look. Just don't look on the right-hand side. Keep looking forwards, keep looking up, and you'll be fine. Right, I promise, next time you see me, I will be standing on the top of the world. Well, finally made it. Okay, if I come round, you'll see that you've got a pile of stones as the drop. You haven't got like a proper trig point. I suppose this marks the summit. And this is called, I believe, Moel Sych. And it sits at about, well, pretty high, 827 metres. So if you like to think in feet, I think it's about 2,700 feet. So pretty high. But I guess, yeah, to say you've actually properly summited, you've got to get your hand on the highest stone, haven't you? So let's try and do that without breaking an ankle. So here we go. Right. Oh, there you go. Done. Summit achieved. Just hopefully I can get back tomorrow to Cadair Berwyn, which I think is only another 5 metres higher. But you know, it's still higher, so it's got to be done. Anyway, time for me to stop talking. And before I go and find a camp spot, I'm going to do a 360 and give some dramatic music a chance to show what an amazing place this is. Let's do it. Well, it is about 8:30. I tell you, I've got the tent up, but my goodness me, that was a test of my patience. It's taken me about 45 minutes to get this up. I mean, I was down to about 20, but my previous trips. But this one, it's quite windy still, as you can probably hear. And it's just, I mean, it's a good job no one's around, because I must have looked absolutely ridiculous. And I used just about every expletive you can think of in the book. It was, it was really annoying. But I start with it. I knew that I didn't have much choice. I didn't want to walk down again and bail. And I finally got the thing up. Not a brilliant pitch, but I'm not gonna argue. It's up. That's the main thing. The next thing, though, once I get my dinner on the go, is to go and introduce myself to my new neighbours. These guys weren't here a few minutes ago, but they've just appeared. I suppose they're probably wondering who I am. I don't know if it's normal to feel a little bit nervous about having sheep nearby like this. I'm hoping. I mean, normally when it's daylight, and you're walking towards them, they normally run away. So I'm hoping that I'm not going to be accosted by a gang of sheep in the early hours, in the pitch black. Fingers crossed, we shall hope. I mean, do sheep actually sleep? I'm guessing they must do. Just I'm hoping it's somewhere a bit lower down, so I am safe. Anyway, enough rambling on about sheep. Time to get some grub on the go. I tell you, I'm absolutely ravenous. Right, so it's about 9 o'clock, and I'm finally getting my dinner. I tell you, I have certainly had it tonight. Tonight's meal, I've gone for an easy one. It's one of the Wayfarer meals, and it's a Moroccan-style beef stew. The best thing about it is it's pretty healthy. It's got for every 100 grams, you've got 11 grams of carbs. So for the whole meal, 33 grams of carbs. That's not bad. And the best thing of all, it's just really, really easy to do. I tell you, that is very, very nice. And of course, you can't have a meal, and you can't have a wild camp without a beer. I apologise, I've already cracked this one open. I couldn't wait. But it's an off-tempo ale, 7.4%. So I don't really think I've been drinking enough walking up here, so I reckon this will go straight to my head. But that's all right. I really don't care. I'll tell you, that is a cracking drop of beer. I've had it before. It's nice when I'm just chilling at home. But when you've walked up a mountain and you put the tent up, it tastes even better. Last thing I say actually as well, because of the breeze, I tried doing the jet boil outside, but it just kept blowing out. So I ended up doing it in the porch area, which I'm not a massive fan of, if I'm being honest. I'm a little bit worried about the risk of it. But I've seen others doing it, and when they really have to, and I kept it ventilated, and I held it as well, so there was no chance of it going over. All good in the end. I've got a nice hot meal as a result. Morning all, up to face the world again, about just gone 7. And I tell you what a morning it is. There's hardly a breath of wind, a bit different to last night. And you can see how chilly it was from the dew that's left behind. But I guess with where we are, makes me think of that Pogue's Christmas song, where they sing about the rare old mountain dew. Hopefully you know the song I'm talking about, Fairy Tale New York. Anyway, it's not Christmas, Dan, so let's just keep going. What a cracking view I've got this morning again. Couldn't be bothered to get up for the sunrise. If I'm being honest, I mean, the sunset was so good. I didn't think the sunrise was really going to top it. As I come around a bit more, you'll notice I have had some company overnight. Luckily, I was never accosted by a gang of sheep. They kept their distance. They're sensible things. And they seem to know what I'm talking about them because, they were actually really, really close a few minutes ago. In fact, there were even some this side of the fence. And, as soon as I got up, they legged it. Not in a sociable mood this morning. The thing I most love about this is that cloud inversion. Do you know, I've never seen this before. Always wanted to see it. I'm going to go and have a bit more of an investigation. Let's go and have a look. Well, here we go. Breakfast eaten. I feel a lot better for it. All packed away. And I'll follow that motto, LNT, leave no trace. And other than that little flattened bit of grass where the tent was laid last night, no evidence at all that I was here. Yeah, I'm going to head off in a sec. Shouldn't take that long, actually, to get back to the car. It's always a lot quicker going down than it is going up. But you can see that the conditions have changed quite a bit this morning. I mean, even an hour ago, it was really sunny. Now the clouds are starting to come in. But I think just before I head off, there's a couple of things that I forgot to show you last night, so I'm going to do that now. So, yeah, let's grab the bag and let's go. So I'm just the other side of Moel Sych summit, and I'm currently looking north. And yeah, those mountains you can see in the distance, they are, well, that one nearest to us is Berwyn. I believe that is the highest point in the Berwyn Mountains, about 832 metres. And the one a bit further on, I believe that is Bronwyn. Good old Welsh names. But the best thing about this part is, once you reach the highest ground, you're treated to, I guess, what you can call a ridgeline or a ridge walk. And I mean, I nearly made it to the summit of Berwyn last night, but I bailed in the end because it was getting late and there was actually a fence in the way as well. But I have actually realised since that you can cross this fence a bit nearer to where I am now and you can walk all the way up. So that will make a fantastic walk. Gives me a good reason to come back. I'm not going to do it today because I've got other things planned. And yeah, I need to get back to the car. But I must say, you know, I've been up here all these hours, not seen a single person. And it was even the same actually when I walked up here as well. And the reason for that is because every tourist, every person, they bypass this place on the A5 en route to Snowdonia. Hopefully I've shown you today like what a huge oversight that actually is. Anyway, plan now is to get back to the car. But before I do that, and before I say like thank you and goodbye, I'm sure you want to see a bit more of that waterfall that you saw right at the start. So I'm going to cut from here and go back to my trip from 3 weeks ago when there wasn't a cloud in the sky. That will show that waterfall at its absolute finest. So let's do that, and I'll come back afterwards where you'll find me back in the mountains. So here we go, guys. This is the landmark I was telling you about. Now again, I apologise if I butcher the Welsh language, but I believe you pronounce this Pistel Rhaeadr. Apparently it's the tallest free-falling waterfall in all of England and Wales. That is what the info says. If you disagree, or yeah, I don't know, just please let us know. I know there's a couple of big ones up in the Yorkshire Dales, but yeah, this is certainly pretty mighty. Well, there you go. If you didn't think the Berwyn Mountains were impressive enough already, you've got that amazing waterfall just to top it off. So worth the visit. And as if by magic, I've gone from being at the bottom of the waterfall all the way to, and I'm now at the top. Check that out. That's a hell of a drop off. Now I'm not going to be doing what they do at the, what's it called? I think it's called the Victoria Falls, where they bathe literally at the lip of the waterfall. No, I'm not that mad. But I am going to go in for a bit of a dip. So I think I'm going to finish the video there. And again, I'll just say thanks ever so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Right, time to get the swimming gear on. Time for me to say adios. See ya. Bye-bye.